They tried to take my house over $75. Not 75,000, not 700. 75 bucks. And that petty move ended with me owning their entire office building. Let me tell you how an HOA made the biggest mistake of their lives. I moved into my neighborhood thinking I found peace, quiet streets, friendly faces, and a homeowners association that promised to keep things running smoothly. At first, it was fine. Then the letters started. One said my trash bins were visible for too long. Another said my lawn was half an inch too tall. Another warned me about parking my car slightly crooked. But I ignored most of it because I paid my dues on time. Or so I thought. One month, I missed a payment. Not because I was broke or refused, but because their website glitched and never processed my $75. There was no email, no warning, just silence. Until one morning, I opened my mailbox and found a letter that made my blood run cold. It said, "Notice of lien placed on your property. Over $75. They didn't call, email, or knock on my door. They went straight for my house. I marched to the HOA office that same day. A woman behind the desk looked at me like I was wasting her time. I said, "There's been a mistake. I never refused to pay." She replied without even checking the system, "Sir, rules are rules. Pay the balance plus fees." Fees? For $75, they added $450 in penalties. I asked if they could remove the lien if I paid right then. She smiled and said, "No." That's when I realized this wasn't about money. This was about power. They wanted control, and they wanted residents scared. So I paid every dollar. Then I did something they never expected. I started paying attention. I dug into their records. Turns out, the HOA didn't even own their office building. They were leasing it from a small commercial real estate company that was struggling, late on taxes, behind on loans. The building was about to be sold quietly at auction. And that's when the idea hit me. They tried to take my home, so I decided to take theirs. I attended the auction. No HOA members, lawyers, or board members were there. Just me and two other bidders. I won. I became the new owner of the building that housed the HOA, the very place they sent threats from, the same office where they laughed at me. And legally, they were now my tenants. The next week, I walked into their office. Same front desk, same woman, but this time I handed her a notice. Rent is increasing by 40% next month. Her smile vanished. She rushed into the boardroom. 10 minutes later, the HOA president came out shaking. He said, "There must be some misunderstanding." I replied calmly, "No misunderstanding.